Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. Despite of the border restrictions that we had in our city, we got a window to dive since the restrictions got lifted. So we are back at Gerboo Resort. So this time it's just the two of us. On our way to the island, we can definitely see dark clouds from afar, and it seems to be a little bit windy from our previous dives that we had. The island doesn't have a lot of tourists this time around, so we suited up and ready for the dive.
Hey guys, we're back at Nogas Island. This time, dalawa lang kami, Dolph and me. Tapos medyo gloomy yung panahon, pero okay lang. We're still gonna dive because we're gonna explore the remaining dive sites in the island. Okay, let's go.
We got to the beach. The weather worsened, as you can see. The clouds are getting darker and darker. We prepared the boya and the weights to anchor us when we've dived down. So we headed directly to the dive site. This time we went further to the east part of the island, to where we haven't been before. We had to put on our flippers earlier to avoid damaging the corals, and the water visibility is bad already from there. When we got to the site, the water visibility has gotten worse. Little did we know that there was a pugada, or a squall, coming in. That's why the water visibility is not that good. And we already encountered big waves, yet this is not new for us. We have dived in this kind of weather before. The good thing about this spot is that we found unique corals in here. They were like broccoli looking corals or mushroom like corals. Even though the water is murky, this was a great find for us. As we were transferring towards the northeast of the island, the waves are getting bigger and bigger. So I put the GoPro on top of the boya so I could secure the weight, so we don't get carried away by the current. Little did we know that my GoPro was knocked out of the boya and it was lost. Because of the low visibility of the water, we couldn't find the GoPro and the selfie stick from the corals below. I had to trace our path from where we came from. I had to dive down just to get closer look at the corals in the sands, just so I could see everything from below. It's close to an hour now and we still can't find my GoPro. I was thinking that if we can't find it, then we would have to go back to shore and ask for help. So I decided to make one last dive just below the boya, just to do a final check. As I swam down deeper and closer to the corals, and just as I was going up to breathe, I saw within the corals a number 8, and from that moment on I knew it was there. I dove back down, I came closer and grabbed it. It was just sitting there just below us with the big corals.
Woo! Buti ka na mawala yung GoPro! Buti lang nakita!
We decided to do 30 minutes of underwater footage and have to head back to the land because the weather is getting worse. It is just a shame that we had to go because this site is pretty awesome. There are a lot of fish here. Maybe it's because this site is pretty far away from the usual path of the boats going back and forth from the island. after the final shots from the site, I had to take a quick snack because I was so hungry for exerting too much effort in finding the GoPro. The way back is easier and faster now because we are riding the current.
So just done our first dive. Started around 10 and then around an hour and a half, 11:30, we went back. The state of the water is a little bit murky because there's a low pressure. And when we arrive here, it's a little bit foggy, but right now it's sunny, and we'll try to go back in the afternoon to see if the water clears up because there's a lot of good corals on that area right there. Okay, so we're gonna eat right now.
After lunch, I managed to get a tip from the locals that there is a part of the island where there are huge jackstone-like concrete-made rocks. Couldn't wait to go back. We have never been to that part of the island before, so we are very anxious to what we are gonna see. Just as soon as we put on our flippers and started swimming, we came across this beautiful bed of corals and grasses as far as the eye can see. From there, we know that this area will be teeming with fishes since not a lot of divers go here. As soon as we got to the site, we saw those Jackstone looking rocks and we know that this is the place. The area is untouched. We saw healthy corals and a lot of healthy school of fishes and big ones as well. The water visibility is clearer now and we can't wait to film every inch of it. Even my partner is surprised of the amount of fishes in this area. Woo! The most notable things in this area are the big coral rocks. One of the locals calls this area the Buhi Bato, which means living rock. They say it's living because it grows over time. There are huge coral rocks here that you can swim under them. We are still amazed by the fish population in this area. It's like they aren't even scared of us. We are now diving for about 2 hours now and we had to wrap things up. So we had to finish shooting so we can head back. On our way back, we came across this solo barracuda. I am not really sure if this is a barracuda, but it looks like it. Comment down below if you know this type of fish. I may be wrong. Anyways, this is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed our dive. If you are a frequent or a casual diver, you may want to check this site out. As always, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.